If this sounds familiar, just know this up front. You're not broken. And if you want to go deeper into fixing this, I put the full reset process in the guide. You don't need it to understand this video, but it's there if you want a clear path instead of guessing. Now let me explain what's actually happening. So here's the situation. Your body is in bed, lights are off, phone is down. You did what everyone says you're supposed to do. And yet your brain is still running a meeting, replaying conversations, planning tomorrow, fixing problems that absolutely do not need fixing right now. And the worst part is, the more you try to shut it down, the louder it gets, which makes you think something's wrong with you. But the truth is way less dramatic, and way more useful. Your brain isn't doing this because it's addicted to thinking or bad at relaxing. It's doing it because, from its point of view, the day never actually ended. Most people don't close their day, they just stop moving. All day long you're in control mode. You're making decisions, reacting to messages, holding things together, staying on. Even if you're not panicking, your system is alert, slightly tense, slightly guarded, constantly tracking. And then at night you lie down and expect everything to just switch off because your eyes are closed. But your nervous system doesn't care about bedtime routines. It doesn't shut down because it's dark. It shuts down when it gets a clear signal that nothing needs to be managed anymore. And for most people, that signal never comes. So when you lie in bed, your brain doesn't think, "Oh, cool, rest time." It thinks, "Finally quiet. Now we can deal with everything we postponed." That's why the thoughts feel heavier at night. Not random, not crazy, just unfinished business. There's another layer people almost never talk about. If you've been under stress for a long time, not extreme stress, just constant pressure, your brain starts to associate thinking with safety. Thinking feels like control. Control feels like protection. So when you stop doing things physically, your brain ramps up mentally. Because in its logic, staying busy equals staying safe. That's why lying in bed can feel more activating than the entire day. During the day you're distracted. At night the system finally turns inward. This is also why advice like, "Just relax," or "Clear your mind," usually makes things worse. You're basically telling a security guard to relax while they're still on duty. Your brain isn't refusing to shut off. It doesn't know it's allowed to. Sleep doesn't start in bed. That's the part that changes everything. Sleep starts earlier, when the system switches states, from control to release, from monitoring to completion. If that transition doesn't happen, your brain keeps working. Not because it wants to, but because it thinks the job is still open. Once you understand this, the problem stops feeling personal. You're not bad at resting. You're not weak. You've just never been taught how to actually end the day instead of dragging it into bed with you. And here's the part most people find surprising. When you fix the transition, the thinking quiets down on its own. You don't fight it. You don't force it. The brain just stops because it no longer has a reason to stay online. That's what I break down step by step in the guide. Not hacks, not tricks, not try harder, routines, but how to retrain that shutdown signal so your system actually recognizes when it's safe to power down. When that happens, bed stops feeling like a workspace. Thoughts slow naturally. Sleep shows up without effort. And you stop dreading the moment your head hits the pillow. Not because you controlled your mind better, but because the meeting finally ended.